Hey everybody, it's Durf, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic Mods. Today we've got a quick mod update video for you guys. We're going to be looking at the new parts that are coming to the mod pack beta. If you've already seen the sneak peek on the live stream, then you know most of the new parts that are coming, but we've also got some new stuff too. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's new. A stable thruster. This thruster flies straight up and down, and it doesn't deviate to any of the sides. Here's a normal thruster for comparison. This is an unstable thruster, 10%. It can give you a whole new challenge when you're trying to build your flying vehicles, or maybe you can use it to prank your friends. Here's an unstable thruster, 100%. I just did 2 flips on the spot. This is a wacky thruster. It is a little bit more than unstable. It actually flies, but not how you'd expect. Yep, that's the wacky thruster. This thruster is called the anti-thruster, and it really sucks. And that's because it goes in reverse. We've got a new fancy duck with the top hat. Looks super cute. We've got a new decorative battery part. This part was found hidden within the game's files, and it looks like it might be a new interactive part when survival mode comes out. But until then, you can play around with it. It doesn't do anything, it's just for looks. Although you can paint it any color that you want. It just paints the little top bits. Battery! We've also got a new steering wheel part for modular seats. Before, the way it used to be is you have to build your own steering wheel, something like this, and it doesn't really look too pretty. But it does give you some options on the way that you want to build your controls, and it looks pretty cool. This fits to the dwarf's hands perfectly, and it looks like a steering wheel. I'm driving my car. And it works for all of the modular seats. It fits the dwarf's hands perfectly. And of course, you can paint them any color that you need. I will be updating the texture on this part, but for now you can just play around with it as it is. We've also got a ridiculously heavy block. This block is 100 times the weight of Ultra Heavy. Take a look at this and see just how heavy this thing is. If I remove this small panel off the lift, it will sink straight into the ground. So you should be a little bit careful when you're using this block because it is ridiculously heavy. And to prove it to you, here is a suspension cranked up all the way to 20. Let's see how many blocks it takes to compress this thing. And it only takes 5 to completely compress it. All the way down. Level 20. We've also got a new part called a hydraulic. With the push of a button, it extends all the way. And if you release it, it compresses all the way. This is actually a suspension in reverse, so you can also think of it like an anti-suspension. Just like the anti-thruster goes in reverse, this is the suspension that goes in reverse. So instead of wanting to stay extended and resisting compression, this anti-suspension, or hydraulic, will want to stay compressed and it will resist being stretched out. So right now this is one of those hydraulics with a thruster piece on the end. With the push of a button, it extends, and with the release of the button, it compresses. If you adjust the weight and thruster a little bit, you can fine-tune it to get the motion that you're looking for. You can use the regular suspensions to create a sliding door just like this. Or you can use the hydraulic suspensions to do the same thing, but differently. As you might know, regular suspensions have a steering glitch that you can use for your creations, but the hydraulic suspension does not. So you won't be able to use the steering glitch with the hydraulic suspensions. But that's actually a good thing, because if you look over here, I built a little sort of elevator. It works with an extending hydraulic there. Electric motor on the gear system, and it raises a platform up and down. It wouldn't be very easy to do with a regular suspension because If the regular suspension starts glitching out all sorts of places, then your creation might flip out or get destroyed or something. So this is an advantage to having no steering glitch on a hydraulic suspension. Here's another example of how the hydraulic suspension works. This is a little bouncy chair. As you can see, the hydraulics extend and then they compress again. This is what a car with regular suspension looks like. It compresses and then extends again. And this is a car with the hydraulic suspension. We've also got a brand new cookie wheel for you guys to play with. It's based on the 3D model of the pizza wheel, but we removed the textures and changed the model a little bit so that it looks more like a cookie. It also comes in 2 flavors. And if you didn't know, you can paint these cookies any color that you want. So this one can be like a mint chocolate, or this one can, I don't know, be some kind of candy-coated chocolate chips. We've also got 2 more cookie wheels for you guys, and they are the cream-filled kind. And of course, they come into 2 flavors as well. So you can paint this one to have the inner cream color to be any color that you need. And this one can paint the outer cookie. We can make it our own version of chocolate, or maybe a different cream color. Cookie wheels! So now you can play with some cookie wheels and make a very sweet ride. Now here's probably the most exciting update of this video. It is a security monitor. So this security monitor holds 12 screens in total, 6 pairs that you can switch in between. So right now you see an off screen, and then you turn it on, you can see an on screen. This on screen can change to any color that you need. You just go ahead and pull out your paint tool and paint it. The default color of this on screen is green. So if there's any YouTubers out there that wants to record or like do a green screen in game, they can pretend something else is playing on the screen. If you look at this security monitor, it's actually a logic gate. So that was just the first AND gate when we switched between the first off screen and the second on screen. If we switch to the OR gate, we're switching to this off screen, but then if we turn it on, we get a new on screen. And this is just showing a FarmBot logo, like as if we're logging into a computer, and we just turned it on and that's what we see. So when we switch over to the XOR gate, the off screen actually says access denied. But when we turn it on, we see access granted. So that'll be very useful for creating your secure facilities. Now if we switch over to the NAND gate, we see something that a security camera might be seeing outside if you're looking over your crops and you want to make sure everything's okay with them. But if you turn on the monitor on this setting, it switches over to the back view of the facility. You see a little pathway here, and you can make sure your back door is clear. But here's the interesting part about these security monitors. Because they're actually logic gates, you can use them in conjunction with a timer and another logic gate, and you can have an automatic rotating camera, just like the real security monitors have. They rotate between camera and camera every so often, depending on how much you set. And if we switch over to the XNOR gate, we get a picture of static. And when we turn on this monitor, we get a second picture of static. So this is useful in case you want to set it up with 2 other logic gates. You can just hook them all up together and then leave it off, and the monitor will flicker between the 2 static images, and it'll look like as if you have nothing but a static signal. But this monitor comes in a second variety as well. So as you can see, the first variety is at the bottom here. And the second variety, it's actually paintable. You can paint the outside casing, and that's because this monitor doesn't have any customization on the screen, not like this one does. Or this one. So these security monitors can show any picture that you want them to show, and you can cycle between a pair of 2 images, and they can hold 12 images total. So since I've shown a sneak peek of this security monitor on the live stream, a lot of you guys have been asking me how I created such a monitor. And it's a little bit of a complicated topic to be getting into right now, so I will be covering that in a future tutorial. But for now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to release a template so that you guys can create your own security monitor images, and then you can send them into my email, durfplay@gmail.com, and then we can include your own personal security monitors into the modpack beta. If we get enough security monitor submissions, I might put them into their own security monitor modpack. where we can include everyone's security monitor. But I will be doing another video on that when I release the templates to the public, so keep an eye out for that video. For now, I hope you guys will have lots of fun playing with the 2 security monitors in this mod update. Quack, 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 quack. So that's going to be it for this mod pack update video. I hope you guys have lots of fun playing with all the new parts in the mod pack beta. If you guys like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on Scrap Mechanic mods. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!